home of the 2021 AFC champs. There's a look inside newly named Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. On to get us started now, the kicker Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On one, ready?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Burrow looking to pass. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Here we go.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now it's Burrow. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at the 20. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. That swung out wide to Harris. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there. Heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper in 2nd and 1. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are on the board here first in the season opener. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
On one, ready?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mixon running wide side. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Here we go.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
11-90.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick.
Oh, I think there was a little too much heat on that one. He's trying to hit his running back out of the backfield. Normally, you want to get the ball to them in stride. But here, this one's coming in hot. And it tips off his hands and into the arms of the defender.
Back to throw, Pickett. And it's caught. Touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 6 yards away. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Boswell for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Bengals nothing. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here we go, here we go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Burrow. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
11.
Here's Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Pickett looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Pickett. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. But he's got his target, Harris. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Steelers 21, Bengals nothing.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Jackson on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 1, ready?
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Mixing up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On 4th down, Drew Chrisman on to punt.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now Austin. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove, because any guy's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
Pickett to throw on 1st down.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. He's going to loft one deep left side here. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They'll start with the option.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Another completion there. And you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top roll, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
11 empty.
They begin with a run by Mixon.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett. And this one is incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Pickett will look to throw it here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Steelers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
2nd and 10 now. Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
It's a gain of 35.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From midfield now, Burrow. And that is taken in by Hurst. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 40 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Well, looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. A disappointing end to that drive, making it to the red zone, but they'll again, CD, wind up with nothing.
And nothing, that's been the key word because they've had drives throughout that have finished off with nothing. Can't finish off a drive to save their lives in this game. And this one winds up again, giving them, dare I say it, nothing.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete there to St. Brown. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Pickett now on 1st down. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they'll work this down inside the 30. A nice throw there. We've seen a lot of those from this young man. How would you assess, Charles, his first start thus far?
I think it's been everything that they could have asked for because he's handled all the basic things quite well. And even some of the wrinkles that have been thrown at him, he's shown a lot of poise throughout and made some nice plays.
2nd and 4. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
Now Pickett on 4th down. This one finds Austin out right. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
Down, Steelers.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it is 42-0.
Bengals nothing.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
On one, right?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack?
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
11.
To try again after the sack. Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.